24th of November, Rabbi Furst, Pierke Avos.
Okay, good morning. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst, as Lou said, and Shiva Zamanavshi here in Shalom Care of Zoom. We are learning our first year this morning, Pierke Avos, the fifth parak, the eighth Mishnah, and that is talking about the 10 things that Kadosh Baruch Hu made special during Ben Hashmoshes. And let's see, let me make this. Could you give me the share, and I'll put that on the screen as well.
Okay, you're on.
Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay, very good. All right, so here we are. We're learning. I'll point you to the paragraph. We're learning about the man now. If you see where the
I have very few slots in my day, and I'm kind of fit things into each
check
of
here. You see the check. Haman Yard Yisrael B'Midbar. We touched on this a bit yesterday. We just started it, but let's begin again. If who would like to read, Lou, Mayor?
Yeah, I see the place. I can read.
Sure, go ahead if you like.
The Haman Sheyered Yisrael B'Midbar. The man came down to Jews in the wilderness. Zeh me ha nisim hagedolim haya. This is a great miracle, one of the great miracles.
That was one of the great miracles. It was.
That was okay. The Revov b'chol yom ule tadir oso arvaim shnei ule
Arbaim Shana.
Shana. Ule hayotso b'makom chorav uvetohu yelel yeshimon yimtsohu be'eretz. Okay, so let's try that.
Eretz Midbar. That's a pasuk.
Midbar. Okay. Okay. With this word the revav.
Riboy is an abundance. So he's explaining that the man was a great miracle in two aspects. One, it's great abundance, right? It's great abundance b'kol yom. There's a tremendous amount of man that came down each and every day, and also l'teridosov, and its descent for constantly for 40 years.
For 40 years. Arba'im Shana. Okay.
So when you look at it from these two aspects, the man was tremendously miraculous because it not only went on for 40 years constantly, except, again, as I mentioned yesterday, Erev Shabbos was twice, and on Shabbos not at all, but it came down constantly every day for 40 years. It was a tremendous amount. It might be, maybe have a chance to find some of the midrashim that actually discuss how much man actually came down. We have no conception of how much man actually came down. So it was tremendously miraculous in these two aspects. The length of the miracle was a 40-year miracle, and also a daily miracle in terms of the extent of how much it was.
Don't we know that it was an omer per person?
Excuse me?
Was it an omer per person?
Right, that's how much a person was allowed to take, but the amount that descended was tremendously more than that.
Oh, they couldn't take all of it. I see.
No.
Well,
they could, but it would put the rod on them. It would have a big mess to clean up, I imagine.
Right.
I assume it only went down at meal times.
Excuse me?
I assume it only came down at meal times.
Well, it came down in the morning. It was there in the morning,
Yeah.
and it existed till a little bit past mid-morning.
Mm.
Basically, then it began to evaporate and rot and stuff. Now, if they had changed it into food, it could be that the food that they made lasted longer. I'm not sure.
Mm.
That I'm not clear about.
Or the yoso, I don't know this word, the yoso.
And that it was b'makom. Now this is the meaning, where did the man fall? We'll see that the man is the pasuk. This is a pasuk. If you want to take a look in Devarim, Perek Lamed Beis, pasuk Yud, describing the place where the man was coming. There was a place was of desolation. It was in the midbar, the desert. So it was vitally needed. Where it was provided for them, this was something vitally needed, especially in their situation being in the midbar.
Right. So it was in a place, chorav. What is chorav?
Like chorav is like this desolate.
It was in a desolate place. It was in a desolate place. Uvatohu. Is that like tohu vavohu?
Right, like empty or void.
That's desolate and empty. Yalel, Yeshimon. I don't know that either.
Yalil Shimon Yimso Be'eretz Midbar. Let's see. Mary, you have your Chumash there nearby?
Hold on one second.
Thank you. Let's see how
That's,
they
3210. Huh?
That's correct, right? In Devarim.
At least I'm in the right book. 3210. Okay.
Okay, I have it.
Oh, you have it, Lou? Okay.
He found him in a desert land and in the wastes of a howling wilderness.
Oh, howling, yeah.
He encircled him.
Okay.
That's it. That's enough.
Yeah. Well, it was found. He said Yalil Shimon in a howling wilderness. He was found. Be'eretz Midbar in a desert land, right?
Oh,
Okay.
so Yalel is howling and Shimon is wilderness.
Yalil is howling, and Shimon, he was enwrapped. He was covered.
I'm
You
sorry.
saw
Say
he was
that
found.
again. Shimon is what?
Shimon, he was enwrapped. He was surrounded.
Surrounded. So it was a desolate, empty, howling area that was surrounded. That it was found, that the man was found in the land of the wilderness.
Right.
Okay. Vitir Onkelos, and the Onkelos rendition over there, Safek Tarchi Hon. It's a doubt that whether it was needed.
Well, CPEC here means to supply. So he's supplying their needs.
He supplied their needs. V'nim na biklal ella hadvarim. What's nimna?
Nimna. It was counted. I mean, he's now going into an explanation why the man was enumerated with these 10 things, right? We were discussing 10 things that were created during Ben Esmeshes, or Nimna. He was enumerated with these 10 things.
With these things, Elad hadvarim, these things. Okay, ki lo mitzinu she nis kara bo bria velo mitzino she chiotze bo b'maaseh bereshis. Since it's not found, Shenizkara. I don't know Shenizkara.
Kilo matzino Shenizkara bo bria. Since we don't see Kilo nimse, we don't find Shenizker bo bria. We don't see that there is something mentioned in its creation, right? We don't see that in the psukim of Ma'aseh Bereshis, nothing was mentioned about the creation of the man.
And it's not found. Shekiyotze bo Maaseh Bereshis. It's not found in the creation. What is this word shekiyotze?
We don't something like it. We don't see something like it, or we don't see something similar to it in the Ma'aseh Bereshis. And all the things that are mentioned to us in that the Torah mentions in the Ma'aseh Bereshis are all the things that we're familiar with and we're accustomed to have. Right, rain. I mean, I don't know, for that matter, snow wasn't mentioned in Ma'aseh Bereshis, unless you just learn that snow is really just a different form of rain. There's no real, in the psukim themselves, well, there might be some reference to what you might consider to be rain. But there was no direct thing that was created similar to this man at all. Man is something completely different than all the other things created. So therefore, that's the explanation why it's being enumerated, counted, along with these other things that are here in the list of 10.
I've got here in this volume
Yeah, you go ahead.
I've got, I'm not too sure if this is relevant to what we're saying, but seems probably, I don't know. The note says here that some things were designated at the time of creation.
Right.
They were set aside to do something like the mouth of the earth when that was created, and that was designated as being there for its purpose for
Right.
Korach. But there are some things that were given their designation, their abilities at the time that they were created, at the various times of their creation.
Mhm. Okay.
I don't know if that's of any relevance to what we're saying, but
Okay. So let's see. How would we apply that to
I have
the man? Meaning,
um,
man. Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe when was the Mun created? It was created on the Erev Shabbos, of the first Erev Shabbos.
Right. That's when it first fell. Right.
Yeah, so that's probably then at that point it was given its ability to come down and feed Bnei Israel in the desert. Um, yeah,
At that time, it wasn't activated until
right,
Claudius needed it in the midbar.
right, right.
Mhm. Okay.
Anyway,
V'lo nivra devar acher ma'aseh bereshis. And we don't. There was not created enough anything else in the days of creation. Al Kain Niklal im hadvarim hanivraim bein hashmashos. Therefore, it's in the category of things that were created during twilight.
Lo nivra davra acher ma'aser bereshis. There's nothing else created of ma'aser bereshis. So right. So since these things, everything that was created created during ma'aser bereshis, and the other things which hadn't been created during ma'aser bereshis had to be left to be created during the twilight of Erev Shabbos ma'aser bereshis.
Wasn't there also another time before the Ma'aser Bereshis?
Right. Well, those things that were created before ma'aser bereshis, those are like the building blocks of existence.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll see. As I said, I'll try have a chance to find some descriptions of exactly how much man fell each and every day to give you an idea of the greatness of the amount that Hashem allowed to fall each and every day for the sake of Klal Yisrael. But okay, let's go to the next point. The Mata Shel Moshe, the staff of Moshe Rabbeinu.
Okay. V'hamata shel Moshe, the staff of Moshe Rabbeinu, shebo asa ha'osos, that it came. it was made as a sign.
No, Shebo osa ha'osos, that through it came the osos, that through it came the signs.
Through it. Uh-huh.
Those were the signs and wonders Kadosh Baruch Hu commanded Moshe to show to Pharaoh and the Egyptians through the Mata.
Right. V'haya shel sin ferinon shehu min kasha v'nivka hasala mipaniv.
Bifanav.
Mifanov. So what is this word? Senifirinon?
It was made of sapphire, if I'm not mistaken. That's the Hebrew word for sapphire.
Sapphire. It was of sapphire. That is a type that of a very hard.
It's a very hard substance. Sapphire
Right.
apparently is a very hard substance.
And this word nafka means substance.
No, min kasha, min means a substance, and kasha is hard. That sanapir is sapphire is a very hard substance. V'nikba haselim b'fanav, and the stone was broken in front of it. Meaning, when Moshe hit the stone, he hit it with his mate, and the mate was strong enough to break the stone.
That's when he caused the water to come out. The stone broke.
Yeah.
So sapphire is a precious stone, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's considered one of the jewels, right? The jewel. Semi precious. And I'm not sure of the listing exactly.
Yeah.
What's considered precious stones, what's considered semi-precious stones.
Okay, so it's kind of like a piece of rock.
Right, exactly.
Okay. V'hayu ha kokos bo hamakos tzedek adaf ba'achav. And what is this word? Kokos?
Engraved. V'hayu kochos bo, and it was engraved upon it.
The plagues,
Right, the makos, right. But just the abbreviation of the plagues. Meaning that's what he's going to say now. He's going to dam the dalad sadi chof sofi. It stands for dam sorveda sordea kinim ayins orav. The second dalad is dever. The shin is skin. And they have Arba and Oriv and
Koshek.
and then base is Bechoros, I guess.
Right. So those three words that or abbreviations that we have in the Haggadah, they were engraved on the staff.
Exactly. Right.
And that was done by Hashem, that engraving?
Apparently it was, from what it seems to be, it was created that way at the time of Ben Ishmash's Maisa Bereshis, with the
Right.
engraving of the Makos.
Right.
Amazing.
Vahaya nes she yaseh bo Moshe kol hay yodsos v'shi hafek the nachash the nasim Gidolim naaso bo. And it was a miracle that was made for Moshe. All of the signs. What is this word? Sheyi hafoch.
So it was switched. It was changed to a nachash, right? That's one of the things that happened. It was changed to a snake, a serpent, right?
Okay, right, and it was changed to a nachash, to a serpent.
Yep. That was Moshe Rabbeinu's first introduction to Paro, right? That's the first thing he showed Paro with it. He threw it, the staff to the ground and changed to a snake.
Right.
And Paro wasn't impressed. He said, that's even the kids in Mitzrayim can do that trick, right?
Right.
So but then Moshe Rabbeinu said, okay, see this trick. And then his snake ate up his staff. The staff turned out to a staff, and the staff ate all the other snakes. That's a trick that they couldn't do.
Well, they hadn't because the snakes left to do it.
Yeah.
That was very clever of Hashem.
Yeah.
The Nasim Gedolim Aso Bo, and he did great miracles with it.
Right.
V'nimna biklal ele she'nivra'o bein hashmashos, and what's nimna again?
He was enumerated here. It was counted along with the other things here.
And it's counted with these things that were created in the twilight.
Right.
Lefi shalo haya kishar hamatos, because there were not other staffs.
It's not like any other staff. There are a lot of different staffs in the world, right?
Right.
But not like this one.
Below Matzino,
if I'm not mistaken, I think it was in Yisro's backyard, embedded into a stone. And Yisro knew that the person who would be able to take it out of the stone, he was going to be the one to redeem the Jewish people. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's a Medrash one.
It's King Arthur and Excalibur.
Excuse me?
That became the legend of King Arthur and his sword Excalibur.
Yeah, they stole that from us. That's another thing they stole.
Hmm.
Yeah. That was the case with Moshe Rabbeinu, and I guess they liked it so much they figured they'd put it into their own folklore.
Hmm.
Below Matzino Beria B'Sheshes Yemei Bereshis, and we don't find such a creation during the normal 6 days. I'm sorry, not the normal 6 days, the 6 days of creation. V'achar sheish yemei bereshis, and after the 6 days, lo haisa bria, there was not a creation. Im kain nivra bein hashmashos. Therefore, it was created in twilight.
Right, so I guess I mean, I'm trying to understand where I mean, it's true that the miracles, for example, Moshe Rabbeinu was told to to throw it down, and it changed into a snake. Right? And so that was something was certainly miraculous. So I guess in a certain way, I guess it's the same way as the you had the Pia Aretz, for example. You had the mouth of the earth that opened up. So a non inanimate object had become animated. So that aspect of miracle was there as well. Yeah. Okay. Good. I hear. That's understandable.
L'fi shelo haya kishar hamatos, and since there was no other staff, v'lo mitzinu beria b'sheshes yemei bereshis, and we don't find this creation in the 6 days of creation. V'achar sheish yemei bereshis, and after the 6 days of creation, lo haisa bria, there's not such a creation. Im came, therefore, nivra bein hashmashos. It was created during twilight.
Right. Right. So that's where it found its place, along with these other 9. There were a couple extras that were added as well. So that's why it was there, listed and created, therefore, during the Banish Mashas. Okay. Very good. All right. So I think rather than start another paragraph, which we're not going to have time to complete, let's take a break here now. The next one's going to be the Shamer, and as I said, if I have a chance, I'll try and find some descriptions of the man, exactly what was going on with the man, and maybe we can present that to you on the beginning of next week. All right. Fine. All right. Mitzvah Shem. So we'll take a short break and we'll learn Mr. Brewer in a few minutes. We're in Chelik